Hi there! If you're watching this video, that means that I've actually took the time to record this video and edited it, and it's now up on YouTube. Which is good. Also, for the record, I'm using my earbuds to record. I was going to use the Zoom H6 to record, but what I found with that was there would be way too many plosives, and no one really wants to hear plosives. No one wants their ears blown out by me going pop, pop, pop. Trust me, that drives me crazy in my own videos when I have to go back and edit it. It's the format, as it is called, is something dubbed by John and Hank Green as Discount Bo Burnham? Yeah. Basically what it is an attempt for a rather relaxed form of video. Kind of chaotic, but mostly very chill in its presentation. As opposed to how it usually is, especially on my content, where I sitting down in a semi-professional manner with a script off to the side of a collection of ideas that I've meticulously cobbled together to make somewhat of a coherent thought. That turned off. Screw it, I'm not doing that bit again. I like this tea. It's orange and nice, and it's not decaf. Well, it is decaf, but it's not caffeinated. You know, feels like I'm actually doing something semi-healthy for once. One of my favorite things about the format is the fact that there's like an element of naturalism to it. Like, I, the subject, am still speaking to you, the viewer, but I'm doing it while I'm brewing some tea. It's almost like you caught me in just everyday life, you know? And there's something just kind of comforting about that. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought this would actually start brewing faster. And, you know, another way how this kind of like everyday, natural presentation that comes about from the format seems to be like, you know, just like the subject talking about their everyday thoughts, or like a moment of like existential, not necessarily dread, but definitely a thought. Like, you know, like I am an involved ape in a piece of clothing made out of silk, I think, with a pattern that brings me a little bit of nostalgia and joy. And, you know, sure, that might not be the most profound thing in the world, but it's something that I feel, you know, it's kind of beautiful in like a weird modern way. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I don't. Ideally, at some point, I would like to actually have a series of videos where I review various YouTube video styles, as I actually find them very interesting, and I feel like it doesn't really get talked about all that much, at least in terms of like analysis community stuff. In case you haven't clued in already, this is mostly an update video. Personally, I don't like posting update videos. I like watching them, but I don't necessarily like uploading them, because I feel like that time should be put towards all the other videos that I have on backlog. And I have a lot on backlog, and that's kind of what I want to talk about. Because the main reason why I'm having this update video is because of the fact that last year I only really uploaded one-ish video. And don't get me wrong, Remembering Rumbleverse is probably one of the videos I'm the most proud of at the moment, just in terms of how much detail I got to cover. But, you know, posting regularly is kind of important, and that's something that I actually would like to change this year. I will say that I have a few goals for this channel. First thing that I want to mention is that I have 2 important videos that I need to get done this year. And they specifically need to be done before October, ideally. If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say about that right now. In addition to that, there are at least 2 big videos that I would like to get done this year. Well, 2 out of the, 4-ish that I have on my backlog that I would like to get done. It's become very clear to me that people want the Slay and the Sims 3 videos to actually be made and not just be shorts. So that might be something that I prioritize this year. Though ideally, this year I would like to make a bunch of smaller videos. Because if there's one thing that I've realized about making my bigger videos is that, it's a commitment. 20 plus minutes is no slouch, it's no joke. And, the thing is that while those videos have been very rewarding, I feel as if I'm not doing enough by not completing other things. And I have a backlog of videos that would be a little bit easier to do. And hopefully, along with those bigger projects, I can hopefully prioritize between all of them to actually make it so I don't just have one big video in the year and then I'm silent in terms of long form content. The thing about that is that will take me learning to prioritize myself within my schedule, because for those that don't know, I have a full-time job and that takes a lot out of me. So it's just a matter of managing my resources, my time, and my energy. My big strategy for that is half-ass it, kind of. It literally just comes down to me looking within the week or the day and just be like, okay, what do I have the time and energy for? What can I record? Is it going to be something that is live action? Is it going to be the games again? Or is it going to be something tech related? Which thing do I think would be easier for me to work on in this week, in this day, sort of thing. And that is a skill that I am going to just have to work on. But hopefully, that's something that I can do. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm giving up on shorts either, because frankly, 1, that's the meta, as much as sometimes I wish it wasn't, but 2, because I'm part of that full-time job's, shorts have ironically also enabled me to at least be posting something semi-regularly. And people do seem to like the little, gaming, I wouldn't necessarily call them reviews, but gaming showcases, or just me talking about basically PS2 nostalgia, because let's face it, most of those shorts have either been a PS2 game or a PS3 game. Eventually we might also be talking about some PC titles in those shorts as well. And I still kind of want to do the skits, but that just comes down to having, again, the time, and me deciding whether or not it's a good idea to prioritize it. That is good tea. That being said, because of the nature of shorts, I'm basically taking the first month or two to hopefully stockpile shorts so I can do that, so I can kind of release them weekly. I know a lot of creators do daily shorts, and I mean, hats off to them, but no. It probably would be for the best for the channel, but I do not think that I can gather enough footage for me to stockpile talking about, like, a game a day or something like that. That's just too much for me. I'd rather it be every week or every two every week. And again, it's just, I'm rambling at this point. But that's kind of my goal with shorts, is just have a stockpile of them so ideally I can focus on the longer form videos for a bit. We'll see how long that like pans out, or if it pans out, but I'm hoping that it will. One more note aside from YouTube channel is that I like yearly themes, and I've kind of been trying to do it every year since 2022, probably 23. And you know, I think they're better than New Year's resolutions. I don't know where I'm going with this, but basically, my personal yearly theme for this year is the year of going outside. Like that's a joke. The year of going outside, the year of touching grass. But you know, it's really frustratingly you know, important to, like, it really improves your mental health to vary up your schedule a bit and go outside every once in a while. I went to a library and a gaming store in the area for the first time in like forever, and that made me happy that day. I was tired because I'm not as social as a creature as I present myself to be sometimes, but I felt great. And well, that kind of runs in contrast to a lot of my YouTube goals. I also kind of know that if I don't, you know, try to actually take care of myself, it's not gonna end well for me. I still gotta kind of figure out the best way to actually, like, make that trackable. But generally, like, if I can just even monthly go out and do something, that would be great. Even better is if I can muster up certain courage to talk to friends and then be like, hey, let's go and do something fun together. So that would be nice. But yeah, my goal this year for personal growth is just me, like, getting out of my COVID habits, because you know, I'm not gonna recover in I'm not gonna recover in my condo alone. Anyways, and now that I've mentioned both my YouTube goals and my personal goals for this year, I just want to have some closing thoughts. How do I say this? For a while now, I have... You know what? Actually, warning. I might get a little existential and sappy for a moment. I am mentioning this for a specific person who I feel might be watching. You know who you are. But yeah, if I can be honest for a moment and just be maybe a little vulnerable, I have, ever since 2020, I have had to grapple with the realities of mortality, and yes, I meant for that to rhyme. There's been a few people in my personal life who is no longer with me. And I also nearly lost someone very near and dear to me. That made me realize I'm no longer a teenager. I'm an adult. And that's scary. And the reason that's scary to me is the fact that I still mentally think I'm young. My body is telling me something different. And I have not been taking care of my body. And I need to change that. On top of that, it has also made me evaluate what is important in life. That being friends and family. And like, that's cliche, but you know it's true. But on top of that, it has made me realize that if there are things that I need or want to do, I'm the main obstacle in getting those done. It's a little extreme to say I want this channel to succeed, but I kind of do. Because I would like it to succeed. Even if all success means to me in this moment is that I have even a small amount of people being like, oh yeah, his content's cool. I don't know if I want to be big. And like, and this is why I script most of my content, is because I feel like I fail. I feel like being too honest can be a problem sometimes. But it is just one of those, like, I would like to see where this would go. But I can't see where this goes unless I go and do the things, aka make videos, aka hopefully videos that will make people be entertained or educated or something. I don't know. And it's weird that it's starting with this update video, but it's something that I need to just get off my chest. For at least the past year, including my existentialism, I have had a growing, not necessarily fire, but a restlessness in me. There's a few reasons as to why that is, which might become obvious this year. But it is definitely one of those, I need to make this thing. Or else, because I don't think anyone would make it the way I would. Or I just think, or it could be even as simple as I think it's funny. There's a third thing with that. Hold on. I'll have it in a moment. And a big part of that is, like I said earlier, I'm not getting any younger. If I don't make this stuff, even if it's something that I will not be as important to other people, I feel like I would let myself down. And like, you know, that's weird to say, but it's how I feel. It's why I made the 2, 3, however many Rumbleverse videos I made. Probably just the 3. especially the last two, where one was me going over the map, and the second one was me, like, just going into extreme detail about a game that has been delisted and has literally been quoted by at least a friend of being like, oh yeah, this could be, like, the new tutorial if it ever gets out of delisting hell. And it's probably only important to me and the Rumbleverse community, but it was something I felt like I needed to do. And I kind of want to explore that a little bit more in some of the other videos that I might have planned in the future. But don't worry, it's not all going to be me being serious and stuff. Trust me. The Sims 3 video is going to be goofy. The Slay video is probably going to be goofy, assuming I get both of those done this year. And the instruction booklet video that I've been just sitting on for more than a year, and I probably should try to get this done now, is also going to be goofy. But I hope that people will be okay with me being maybe a little bit more serious at times. The silly, goofy gaming and tech videos are not going away, but I might get a little bit more serious at times. It's definitely feeling like unprecedented times right now. Hopefully you see me in less than like 3 months. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Oh wait, there is. 1 sec. So I bought another capture card. Okay, listen, you gotta hear me out. No, listen, there's a good reason for it. You gotta believe me. Don't fade out on me. No, it was only 50.